Yeah, up here up north, got a old Syntex Infinity I took out, and I'm putting in a AE1000. But as you can see, I had to do some modifications to the case. That was the first modification, and I got it wrong. And oh no, this was the first modification. Got it wrong. Even had a little hole to make the transition look rounded and all that stuff. Didn't cut it long enough. And then I had to go back and do this one. I already had it smoothed out and everything, but it wasn't big enough to fit it. And because of the way they have it mounted over here, I had to drill 4 holes. And I'll give you a quick look. See anything that's kind of missing other than the motherboard? Do you see anything missing? Yeah, when I was drilling this hole right here, I cut the ribbon cable. So I got a ribbon cable coming up here to get replaced. But if I can get it replaced here pretty quick, no big deal. So now that I got that fitted and everything, looks like they did some kind of modification here. The bolts they're carriage bolts. I think that's what they're called. Yeah, you can't see it. They're carriage bolts, so they got that square end on it. They just welded them on there with a 3/4 inch picket on the end. So they've got these spacers on there to keep it out. So I had to go with this because it's got to get done today, of course, just like everything else. But once that gets cleaned up, and see, you can see where I already started to clean it right there, and then you can see where it's got to get cleaned up right there. But once it gets cleaned up, it'll look pretty good. It'll need to get painted again, which I don't have, but we'll worry about that later. Just right now, I just got to get it working. I got to go find my power supply wherever the heck it's at, and it's just controlling one gate. And what else? One telephone line, and that's about it. So I'll try to get one before, try to get a shot before I'm done, but it's going to be tough because I'm going to be running behind and battery's almost dead. Okay, there she is mounted, and you can see that I got it. I had to use some touch-up primer and my trusty painter's tape, but that'll keep it from going too crazy with the rust until they get touch-up paint on there. But as you can see, the door opens now. So anyways, it's going to turn out to be just fine. All right, so get the board in here, it's powered on, and then I got my ribbon cable coming to me, and then we'll go from there. Well, finally got it done. I guess it looks a little bit odd with the that cut when you're looking at it from there, but when you're looking at it from this angle, you can't even tell. Can't really notice the difference. I mean, you'd have to know that you're looking for something over here in order to know that you got something. But there's nothing also saying that in time, if they want us to cut this back, we'll cut it back. But anyways, we got the gates working. As you can see, well, maybe you can see. Let's see if we can get over here close enough. See them open. You can see that they're opening up. So we got our code working. Now we're just going to wait for a couple of homeowners to come by, verify that their codes work, because I haven't actually looked at the database. I didn't do the conversion on it. So I'd imagine it being about 4 o'clock, we're going to get some people coming home here pretty soon. And then that's what the side of it looks like. I put some painter's tape on it and then primered it. And that was after I used a flat disc to cut it off. And once you paint that, not a bad line. Of course, it's hard to tell because you're using that as a reference. But if you use this as a reference and just look how that goes up like that, not bad. Not bad for custom out in the field. And everything seems to be working. So this one was relatively simple. No no inputs really other than the keypad, which is hardwired in there, and then that was it. No, they're not using transmitters as of right now, and all they're using it as the true telephone entry, and then they have their own personal identification numbers programmed in. Let's wrap up and go home.